Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I have just started on one of the fronts for the 22-inch cable and lace. What I'm doing, not cable and lace, cable and panel. This is the first time I've picked the knitting needles up today, even though it's not the kind of weather you're going to be going outside in. We have had rain most of the night. I'm not sure, I don't think we had any thunder, because if there'd been any thunder during the night it would have woke me up, because I had my bedroom windows open, so I never heard anything. And we were supposed to be we've had a heavy shower this afternoon, but there was supposed to be, according to the app on my phone, we were supposed to be having thunder this afternoon, but it hasn't happened up to now. We've had a shower and the sun is shining now, so I'm thinking that's all the rotten weather over and done with, I think. But I'll not be able to get back out into my garden. It's too wet now. And I'll be at my granddaughter's tomorrow, so it'll probably be Monday before I can get back in to do anything. But like I'm saying, this is the first time I've sat down to do any knitting. I've been sitting down but not knitting. I had a lot of sewing to do. I had 3 little cardigans that I had finished that all wanted sewn up and buttons put on, so I'll put that down for a minute and I'll show you. That is the little 18-inch cable and moss stitch. That is the one of my latest pattern, that one. If anyone wants that pattern, it's on eBay, Etsy and Ko-fi. So that's that one. So you can see it has the cables down the front, but on the back the cables are a little bit wider apart. I have the moss stitch panel down the centre of the back. So that's all I've done today from this morning, from after my breakfast and tidy up, is sew. And I'm glad it's over with, because by the time I sew, and then you have to put the buttons on as well. So that's that one. And this is I did it as a 20-inch, but I think it's more like 21 inches. It'll fit a little bit older, I think. And that is the one with, as you can see, just the little spots of colour on it. That's why I do the buttons different colours. I put a button in for each of the colour. I think the colours in it are, what I've actually got is white. There's a pink. I think there's a pink. There's a blue in, and there's a lilac, or it's a purpley pink lilac anyway, a peach. And I think there is a bit of green. I've seen a bit of green. So they are the colour buttons I've put on anyway, because I think it looks better. And that has just the cable on the front, but it's just all panelled down the back and the sleeves. And that is a pattern I'm working on at the moment. That's why I have a few done. That's why I have this one done, because this is a 22-inch. And then that'll be the 24-inch. So I may carry on doing just bits of those two, and then I can work out the pattern from that. But that's another one I stitched up today. And then this one, this is the 22-inch of this pattern. This was the last size I had to do to that pattern. As you know, it's all the same, the back and the front. So I just call this waffle stitch. I don't know what the actual name for it. It's not a pattern I've made up myself. It's the stitch, not the pattern. It's a pattern I had for my children when they were just little babies. And I just worked out the pattern for larger sizes, and that's what I just called it waffle, because I didn't know what else to call it. And I put buttons on. They have little wooden buttons. I don't know if you can see. It says on the buttons, handmade with love. I think they were buttons I got off Temu. I'll have to have a look for some more of those ones. They're handy for colours like this, you know, or some other colours where it's hard to match. You know, I didn't have any other buttons anyway, that one. And this one always looks a little bit, when you do it, it always looks like narrow, because it's what I call like a skinny rib. It is pulled in, the rib, because of the stitch, because it is knit two, purl one. One row is just knitted all the way across, but it does pull it in, so it looks smaller, looks thinner than the 22-inch, what it actually is. But it stretches to the side. So that one's finished as well. So that's 3 cardigans I've stitched up today. More. And they'll be going on to my shop unless anyone wants to put their name on any of them. This one 18-inch, this one will be £10.50. This is a 20-inch, this one will be £11. And the 22-inch will be £11.50. I go about 50 pence between different sizes from, I think I start off a 16-inch at £10, and then the 18-inch at £10.50, and then the 20-inch at £11, and so on. That's the way I work out the prices for my things. Just that little bit extra for the extra wool added to it. And that's an order on my phone. The extra wool and the little bit extra time. So that is those ones to sort out either on my shop, or like I'm saying, if anyone wants to put their name on it before it goes on my shop, and I'll have a look on my phone and see where that order's come from. Oh, it's another one on Etsy. It's a PDF. That's what I sell on Etsy. I sell the paper pattern and the PDFs on Etsy. That's most what I sell on Etsy. They're mostly the PDFs. I get an odd paper pattern now and again. But the paper pattern, my paper patterns, they're just paper patterns on eBay and on Ko-fi, because I can't put PDFs on them. You can't put PDFs on Ko-fi, but I'm not sure how they work the VAT, because VAT is added to PDFs. And with Etsy adds the VAT themselves. I don't have to do anything about it, but on Ko-fi, I think I have to work that out myself, and I'm not going into the VAT part of selling things. So they'll only be the actual paper patterns. But they are, Ko-fi is the cheapest you can buy them for. They're £2.50 on Ko-fi, because I get less fees on there. They're £2.65 on Etsy, because they charge a little bit higher fees. And they work out at about £2.80 on eBay, because eBay adds a buyer. It's a kind of insurance, a buyer protection thing, which is just another way for them to make some money out of the customers. I'll turn my phone off and put it down and get on with what I was doing here. Get these ones finished. And then I did notice when I started the when I was looking at my notes for the, it's like I think you call this like a camel colour, a beigey camel colour. When I was looking at my notes for this, I didn't realise something, but I've been looking at some of the pictures of things I've knitted. And while this one is the rib is knit 2, purl 2, I've been doing knit 1, purl 1 as well, and I've got my notes all mixed up. I'm going to have to really go through it properly and sort out the notes, because with knit 2, purl 2, you have an even number of stitches. But when you're doing knit 1, purl 1, it's usually an odd number of stitches. So I'm going to have to work that out and make it either knit 1, purl 1 or knit 2, purl 2. But I think the knit 2, purl 2 looks better on this because of the pattern here. So I'm going to have to go through the notes and really check before I start writing the pattern out to make sure that I've got all the right number of stitches and the right instructions for them. Because I didn't notice when I was knitting, I'd started off with knit 2, purl 2. And then I think the next one I did just a knit 1 by 1 rib. So that's what happens when you do things and you leave off things and don't do them for quite a while and you go back to them, like that one. I've started a different rib on them. But never mind, I'll sort that out. So anyway, that's just a little bit to keep you up to date with what I've been doing and what I will be doing again. Like I'm going to be doing tonight is a little bit of this one and see how much I can get of this cardigan sorted. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.